Every Wednesday night we go live. Guys, if you don't come out to the streams, you got to come out to the streams. Dude, it's like the one time that I get to connect with everybody and actually like chill and talk to my community without feeling like I'm actually on camera. So it's nice. I feel like you kind of get to know the real me a little bit more. And as always, the Discord is linked. Pretty sure, yeah. The Discord should be linked below. Dude, join the freaking Discord. Just join the Discord. We got a dope community. It's growing. Almost got 400 people in there. And it's not all about making money. It's not all about, talking about the next play. It's a lot of it is just people shooting the shit, talking about Pokemon, and just talking about what we love, not even just Pokemon. So it's a really dope Discord. I feel super blessed to have the little community that I have, and I love you guys. Yo, Justin, you are the first in the room. We got that. We're giving that gold medal. We're giving that gold medal to Justin. I appreciate you for popping out. It's about to get packed in here. I can feel it. I can feel it. Joe, what's going on? Good to see you, homie. Joe is a day one. Joe has been a subscriber of this channel for hella long. Dude, I'm about to put in the grind, y'all. I'm done. I'm done accepting the mediocrity of this channel. I am done. I am kicking it into overdrive. We're going to be doing more videos. We're going to step it up. We're going to do more streams. No more excuses. Like, I'm going to get my shit together. 2026 is going to be our year. 2026 is going to be our year. Everybody that ever believed in me and believed in this channel, this shit's about to blow up. Mark my words, this shit's about to blow up. And if it doesn't, at least I gave myself a dope pep talk. Yo, Fortress, how we doing? Orion, my PSA sub is in grading. How long until it's done in your opinion? You get that thing back in about like 6 months, maybe like 9 months. For sure. For sure. It's going to be a minute. It's going to be a minute. You might be cooked. 704 Chad, yo, what's good? One of my favorite people, 704 Chad. This dude I met at my bar at the first time we ever did like a trading card type thing. And we're going to start doing it again. And that's another thing. I need people in Charlotte. I need to link with the motherfuckers in Charlotte that actually want to get shit popping. I need to meet with them. I need to link up. I have the spot. I have the venue. I have the bar. I got the drinks. Like, we got the setup. We have everything we need to have one of the dopest like local trading shows ever, right? Drinks, we could put a movie up on the projector on the wall. Like this, I've just been coasting, guys. I've been coasting way too long with everything. I've been choosing comfort over taking more risk and putting in more work and making excuses like I've got a family, I've got like 3 different jobs, like between the YouTube and the eBay and bartending and running the bar. Nah, none of that. There's no excuses of why this channel, why my life cannot change drastically even from where it's at now. And I have a good life, but I don't accept it where it's at right now. And Pokemon is going to be a huge vehicle for my success moving forward. And like, I think for too long, I've considered like Pokemon is just my hobby. It's just collectibles, but it's so much more than that. And this YouTube is so much more than that. And my bar, I've been coasting with that too. So like everything I want to put more effort, more love into. I appreciate you guys. But yeah, 704 Chad, we had our first like trading event at the bar. I met him. And everybody was really trying to lowball his ass. Like, everybody was lowballing his ass. I was the only motherfucker that was in there that was like, dude, this is some dope shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, and I know, when you gas something up, people want to keep it, right? And so, I feel like that moment, Chad knew, he was like, fuck, I have some dope shit. I don't want to sell this anymore. And I'm okay with that. I'm okay with that because you know what? We became friends over that, and he respected me as an individual over that, as opposed to everybody clowning him and giving him bullshit offers, right? And after that show, everybody kind of treated me like I was this dumbass that like, dude, we were trying to make deals with that guy. We're trying to rip him off, basically. Like, I get you're trying to make plays, But tell him what it's worth and make him a fair offer, and boom, he would have sold that shit then and there. But they were all lowballing you. So yeah, me and Chad actually, like, he's like a local homie, and I hope to see you come through the bar one of these days. I know it's been a minute, but yeah, we're gonna step it up this year. Um, Justin, no matter what you do, just do you, Ryan. And that's another thing is, we see all these content creators and we try and emulate them and we try and do the same shit they're doing. And it's not genuine, it's not authentic, and it feels wrong. And I don't know why we do that. Why we emulate so many other people instead of the magic, the fucking magic that each and every one of us has, that's like, yo, we're dope in our own ways. We say things in our own ways, we do things in our own ways. That's what makes us dope, right? It's not about trying to go with the trends of what everybody else is doing. And you know what? It's got me thinking about this whole, like, this safety thing of me locking up my cards and moving it to a different location. I don't know if I want to do that shit. What's the point of collecting if we don't have this shit on us? I mean, if you're going on a vacation, I get that. But I'm like, dude, you're about to betray your whole channel. Like, everything that you've been doing. I know it's like, I can't afford to have this shit stolen, robbed, whatever. House burns down and I lose all my collectibles. Like, I can't afford that shit to happen. But at the same time, like, if I don't have this stuff and I can't enjoy it, why not just sell all of it, right? Like, I don't know. I just feel like everybody right now is on that train of, like, that content farming of just like, guys, it's time to lock up everything. Dude, you know what I'm talking about. Every single content creator and their mother is talking about locking up their collectibles. And, like, I'm like, is this actually real? Are we really doing this? Is this actually how we're responding to this? Or is this just in the moment, it's easy content? And so I'm like, I respect Opossum a lot for just keeping it real. Like, he actually scares the mother living shit out of me, honestly. Like, I'm like, I don't want this guy to come at me for any reason. And I don't know why I've thought that way. Like, this like irrational fear of, like, having a drama between other creators. Like, I've always cared about that. And I gotta stop giving a shit what people really think. That is the only way I've realized that this channel is probably gonna move forward, is basically, like, being the autistic motherfucker that I actually am and just saying shit that I actually feel is the truth. And, like, one thing, for example, is the whole, like, Pikachu Illustrator, and, like, we've got new highs and, like, oh my god, this is a record sale and the hobby's gonna get crazy. Nah, actually, fuck that. I watch a lot of Rattle, I watch Opossum. One thing I respect out of the hell out of those guys is their ability to just call things how they see it. And especially with they put proof and evidence behind it. I'm not saying I'm going to do that, but I'm going to tell you right now, Ken Golden, dude, that dude just single-handedly, like, basically imploded the market. 1. 2, Logan Paul, their whole thing with this box break and the Pikachu Illustrator and the people in the room going head-to-head, bidding on the card back and forth. Everything, honestly, it all just seems like it's fucking smoke and mirrors, guys. It just seems like a bunch of bullshit. That whole setup, like, dude, that shouldn't change the market at all. People are going to pay what they want to pay for this stuff. Pokemon is going to keep on moving forward. And honestly, I think a lot of people want everything to crash right now. A lot of people probably want, like, everything's getting out of control. Everyone's stealing shit. Shops are getting robbed. It is bad. It's bad out there. But at the same time, with this, in the same breath, like, are we just going to stop? No one's going to stop. People are going to keep on buying cards, right? Every day I got a million messages on my eBay, right? People are still buying stuff. They are not going to stop. And another thing I've realized is my eBay is not a reflection of who I am, and it's not a reflection of how I run business. If people are upset, fuck them. That's on them. Like, straight up, that's on them. Like, I'm not going to be so, like, I've spent way too much time in my life. At 31 years old, I'm finally realizing, like, it doesn't fucking matter. None of it is that big of a deal. You have to say how you feel. You got to do you, and you can't let shit choke you up. Anyways, sorry about all that pep talk shit. I'm on one lately, and I'm like, just been thinking deeply about a lot of stuff and how I do content and, like, how I want my channel to grow. And it's like, bro, if you want your channel to grow, you got to go all in, and you got to put your passion into it, and you got to be you, and, doing original content, but also I know that it's kind of a family space too, but like, come on, let's get real. Everybody who's watching my channel, anybody who's watching my channel, dude, they're dudes that are in my age group, that are my generation. They want to hear the real shit. They don't want the sugar-coated shit. None of us really want the sugar-coated shit. So I'm gonna try and keep it even more real than I've kept it in the past. I appreciate all of you guys a lot. Doc Mac pooped his pants. Bro, come on. Gotta stop pooping your pants, man. Gotta stop pooping your pants. Gotta control your bowel movements, bro. Fortress, you should host a trade night at the bar, vend and serve people, make a menu. So, making a menu for slabs, nah, that's too much effort. But I will tell you right now, we are getting a spring event together. I have no idea how it's gonna do. At this point, the bar is doing successful enough that some of my regulars are wanting to collect Pokemon, and I'm gonna sell one of my vintage binders that I bought out of that collection recently. I'm gonna sell that to one of my regulars. And honestly, guys, this is like my master plan, right? It's almost devious, but I'm just gonna like keep it real. I'm just gonna keep it real. The people that come into my bar are starting to want to collect Pokemon. They see me, they see how I'm living my life, and they see that I'm making money, and they see that I'm doing well, and they see that I enjoy it, and they want a piece of that. And so they're gonna start small. But then they're gonna start doing more and more and more. And before you know it, a lot of the people that come into the bar that are local in the area, we're all gonna be talking Pokemon. We're all gonna be trading. We're gonna run our own shows, and it won't even matter who comes out. Because whatever happens, it's gonna grow. But we have to start somewhere. So I gotta kick my ass and I gotta start doing these local trade shows at the bar. I just I don't even want to wait till like spring. I want to do something like next weekend. I want to just throw something together. But I'm not tight with any of the vendors that are local here. I'm not tight with a lot of the people that are just local collectors in general. I work 24/7, and it's an excuse, but it's also the truth that I literally can never get to a trade night to actually network with these motherfuckers because I'm working. So, and honestly, I would rather work than be at the trade night. I want to make money. I want to provide for my family and buy the cards that I want and not worry about meeting people. But that is something that I need to be more diligent about. And I have to figure out how the fuck, like, I have to start getting numbers, going to the shop, like meeting these guys, and then being like, hey, man, we're going to put on an event. I'm going to text you. Like, I need to get a group going, basically, or just people join our Discord that are local that know this is going to happen and just tell them, like, bring all your stuff. Like, even if we had not even vendors and we just had a couple local collectors, like 5, 6 local collectors come out, put their binders out, put their slabs out, and we're all shoot the shit, that would be amazing. So I'm going to try and work towards that and like growing this hobby in my community right where I work. I've got to make it happen. I've got to make it convenient and effortless. Got to make that shit happen. Elliot sounds Tauros. No idea what that means. Sounds Tauros by. You can rest when you're dead. And like straight up, like I don't want it to be like this motivational, like sleep is for the weak. Like this is not that. This is just like, could I do more? Okay, I thought you were about to tell me that I woke our son up.
No, I'm good, man.
Okay. All right, I love you.
Love you too.
704, you're right, bro. It's definitely a move to be made. Bar's a dope spot. Fortress, I'd lowball you, Chad. And I mean, like, that's the name of the game, right? Like, no shade at any vendors, right, that are giving 60-70%. We all want to give 60-70%, right? But occasionally you see a dope person and you're like, I'm not gonna do this dude dirty. Like, this dude's fucking cool. I knew he was cool as soon as I met him because he was wearing fucking Jordans. I feel like he was wearing like some sixes, maybe some sixes. I might be wrong on that though, but I feel like you was wearing some sixes. And Ashim, how we doing? Fortress Orion, did you see from Neo sold 4.5K instantly? PSA 10, a new cert PSA 10 first edition Typhlosion from Neo sold for 4.5K instantly on eBay. Whoa, 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 whoa. Whoa, 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 whoa. Get out of here. No, you mean a PSA 9, bro. You mean a PSA 9. That's like a $500,000 card at this point. That first ed Neo Typhlosion PSA 10 with all the crazy numbers being thrown out. Nah, you mean a 9. And I did see that sale sold instantly. I paid $2,800 for that card if you're talking about the 9, and I saw one sell for 4K, but it took a couple months. The fact that one sold for 4.5 near instantly is fair. Like that card's amazing, and I'm glad I have one. But damn, I wanted another copy. Um, Dios, thank you, dude. You got friends. You got friends. You're here right now. You got friends. Stinky, what's going on? We're talking shit. Dev, bro, give away something. This is not that. D6. Get good renters or homeowners insurance policy with a large personal property payout limit if you're worried about losing the value of your cards. Every time I watch Opossum Bud, he calls me a virgin. I'm sure they had a preset floor before the auction even happened. Orion venting to us. I charge $500 an hour for the therapy. VHS, I want some sugar. Space investor likewise. VHS, how I can use some sugar. I don't know why I'm reading that. Go. If I wanted sugar coated shit, I'd go with Leonhard. Oh man, dude, Leonhard would go so far, right? I mean, he already did well for himself, right? But I feel like if he just dropped one fucking video where he was just like, all right, guys, I'm switching everything up. I've been putting in way too much energy, trying to be like way too happy all the time. Like, in my time collecting Pokemon, I've learned this, that, the other, and I'm going to try and just do my best to be more transparent. Like, dude could come back very easily. I mean, not that he needs to come back. He has like a bajillion subscribers, whatever. But I think everybody in this space has potential to be better. We all have potential to be so much better. And I'm seeing it. I'm seeing a lot of creators like the evolution, right? Like if we're talking about Pokemon, the evolution of creators, right? It's pretty cool to see people like change how they grind, change their MO, change their narrative. And you wonder like, is this a one-time thing or are you gonna revert back to what you always do? And like, it's hard. It's hard. Michael Rattle's content is good, but man, I'd rather watch paint dry. Yeah, I mean, I can understand that. I think it's his like voice. It's like with that effect of like it very like makes you very sleepy, like low key. But I don't know. I watching Rattle from 2019, seeing his channel grow the way it has, seeing how much effort, seeing how much like digging he does, and just like the like basically like interviews, like taking information from people, messages, like I mean like this works for him now, but if he had kids and like if he had kids and a family, like a bunch of other shit going on, I don't know how he could pull it off. Like I wonder like some of these creators when they have more responsibilities, are they going to be able to operate at the same level they're operating now? Dude, I don't know how people do it. Like Poke Plumber, dude, he's got like 5 kids. Like Poke Rev, like 5 kids. Like how did they do it? I'm not saying like the kids get in the way. I'm just saying like your priorities really, really shift, right? You've got other human beings that depend on you. This is just not a priority, period. So I don't know how they do it. I am a tryhard. That's all for me. That's how I do it. Doctor, also my brother in Christ is also my brother in Christ. It's Luffy, not Luffy. Oh, just got cooked. Just got cooked. I just got cooked by the doctor. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm sorry to One Piece fans everywhere. Luffy. Let's fucking go, Luffy. One Piece live action is so fire. All right. I'm about to check out this One Piece live action. I have not watched it, and you guys are making me want to watch it. I'm gonna watch it and then be like, "Yo, Harold, I know I have your One Piece on consignment for those BGS pristines, But I'm gonna need to take those down. I'm gonna need to take those down. I want that box. I want that booster box. Like low key, that box is just that's iconic, dude. That's iconic. I have a really, really cool One Piece box on me. But the thing is, there's tons of them out there. There's people with so many of those One Piece boxes. They can't actually be that rare. That's why I'm like not trying to make an offer on it, not trying to even figure out how to make an offer on it. I'm just like consigning it because it's gonna be such an easy fee. It's gonna be a free like $700, right? Why would I want it if I can make 700 off of it instantly? And also One Piece is definitely dipping because the fact that I have not had any decent offers on that box is wild to me. It was just hot. We literally got this thing up like right after the One Piece boom. Uh I doubt the anime is meh though. Season 2 coming out next month. Wait, so is the live action based on the anime and it's actually like or is it a totally different thing on its own? Dio's uh Luffy D Monkey is not Vegeta. Dude, the way it's spelled is Luffy. Dude, it makes no sense that it's Luffy. It makes no sense to me. It should be spelled Looffy or Loofy. Like, it makes no sense. The pronunciation makes no sense. It's gonna take me forever to say Luffy. It's like the way I say Pikachu. It's Pikachu. It's Pikachu. It's not Pikachu. I always say Pikachu. That's like my shtick. Or Jigglypoof. Michael Marsh, while we're on this, why do you say Pikachu and not Pikachu? I knew that was coming. I knew that was coming. Oh my god. Yo, who here collects DBZ? I need to know in the Discord if it's worth the money to buy a card. Fortress needs to know if he can make money off of this. I love the honesty though. It's honestly it's fucking refreshing. It's and like for the longest time, I've hidden behind the idea of just being a collector. We're all in this in some degree for money. In some degree for money, right? Not all of it, but in some degree, right? We wanted one of every box. We wanted one of each alt art. But then why do we need more? Why do we need several copies? Because we believe in it. Because we already own it. We believe in it. It's going to make money. So kind of at the core is the collecting, but it's irrefutable that we're all trying to make a buck in this hobby in some way, shape, or form. Goatman. Okay. The Typhlosion from First Ed Neo is 4.6K and a 10. Oh, you're talking about the other Typhlosion. You're not talking about the T17. Yeah, the T18 sold for 4K and a 10. Dude, that was a deal, bro. That was actually like the way I'm looking at a lot of these cards is like just like at this point, like if it's under 5K, if it's under 10K, whatever. I mean, dude, we have Klarna, we have credit cards. People can make it happen. They can spread it out. It's terrible advice. Yes, I know it has two Typhlosions. I was getting tripped up there. I like the other Typhlosion too, and I would like that Typhlosion, the Meganium, or Meganium. Hell, if I know how to say any Pokemon name right, and the Feraligatr. I don't know about you guys. For me, in Gen 2, I'm so fucking ashamed that I don't have a single Feraligatr Grail. I'm ashamed, guys. I'm really ashamed. Feraligatr is the GOAT. It's not Typhlosion, as cool as the T17 is, and it's not Meganium. However you say that one. It's definitely Feraligatr. Feraligatr is the true MVP of the starter line. And honestly, Totodile is too. Totodile looks way better than Chikorita. I mean, I know nobody is crazy about Chikorita. I mean, you might like Chikorita, but the masses don't rally behind Chikorita, right? It pales in comparison to Bulbasaur. Honestly, even Turtwig is better than Chikorita. Sarah Young, yo, how we doing? Night elf or blood elf? I have no idea the difference between the two. But let's just say blood elf. Let's just go with blood elf. That feels aggressive. Radam Ringo, do you consider level X and prime as vintage? I consider it vintage. Honestly, at this point, I consider it vintage. It's mid era, but it's mid era vintage. Um, it, dude, in a decade, Sword and Shield will be vintage, right? Like it's crazy. We're getting old. We're all getting old. Tenrag, and that's the other thing. Like, are you gonna do this when you're really old? You might sell it, but I don't know. I don't know. I think it gets weird. Like, at what age does it get weird where you're collecting Pokemon? Right? It's never weird. It's your hobby, but there is definitely an age where you see like really old people collecting. I don't know. We might think that's cool in the future, but I think it's kind of weird. And like I don't know what the timeline is like. I don't know when this is gonna like phase out for me. But I imagine when I have health issues, my kids are older and they have like a ton of stuff they're into and expenses and college and all that stuff. I imagine Pokemon will be something that I talk about, but I imagine it'll be more about the community, doing streams, hanging out with people, talking about the latest news, talking about my life, talking about just whatever, buying and selling stuff. I imagine it'll be more about that than it will be probably like my collecting journey. Because by then, we'll all be veterans, right? Uh, Tenrag, I had an epic, that lint? I had an epic lint collection day at the three laundromats in town. I got 3.6. I 10 rag, you do you. You do you. Joe, it is linked below, my guy. Pom Pom, agree. Michael, hey man, Klarna 0% interest. I know, and I think maybe it was you, Michael, that talked about this the last stream we had. And I'm like, why am I using my credit card if Klarna's 0% interest first 4 months? The interest must be crazy high on it after that though. If it's not, then Klarna is dope. But also, I'm like, why didn't I open up other credit cards? Why? Like, I don't have a worry of paying them down, but I am fucking myself over by having a Wells Fargo credit card maxed the fuck out at like peak interest payments. It's gonna kill me. It's gonna crush me over the next couple months. And it's not like, yeah, well, you knew this from months ago. No, this isn't from months ago. This is from literally like nonstop buying, selling, spending. This is like part of me running a business. At this point, I should get a goddamn business loan. Um, Gen 1 to 5 water starters were goated. Dude, don't even get me started about the Piplup. I, out of nowhere, became a major Piplup fan. Like, I just think Piplup's so dope. And it's so funny because there's a friend of mine locally, which I wouldn't even call a friend anymore. We literally never talk. Any of the guys that I started talking to in this hobby, no relationship at all. They either hate me because of YouTube, they think I don't give a shit about the hobby, or they just don't like me as a whole as a person. I don't know, but I like cut ties with a lot of guys that I used to talk to a lot. I think some of that though is that I bought a ton of their Grail cards when they were like, I'm dumping this. This shit is not it. And now all the cards I bought from them are like exploding. I think it has something to do with that. I think there's a little bit of resentment there that I was like super bullish and just like really wanted the cards for my collection. And here I am now. Like, if I wanted to sell, I'd be crushing it. But that's kind of juvenile to be like, oh, they're just jealous. Like, but I just like don't know why I like just don't have those relationships anymore. But it is what it is. You got to realize you can't keep everybody happy. Some relationships, some friendships are not meant to be. Um, I don't even remember what I was. One of those friends was really big into Empoleon, and I was like, Empoleon's kind of lame. I get it now. I get it now. Empoleon is amazing. I don't like Chimchar. I don't like. Do you guys like Chimchar? I don't like Chimchar at all. I like don't fuck with Chimchar at all. Um, Chikorita top 3 first stage starter name though. Dude, I don't know, dude. Totodile kind of smacks, bro. Totodile kind of smacks. It's catchy to say though. Chikorita. Chikorita. The interest is like 20. 29%? No, I'm not using Klarna ever. Oh my scam. Oh my lord. I mean, if you can pay it off guaranteed for sure, but if you slip up, nah, you're cooked. I'll keep my Wells Fargo card and get my 2% back, which offsets whatever the fee is. I forget what it even is. It's probably like 10% interest or something like that. 10 or 12%. Disclaimer, please do not use Klarna if you have a bad tendency with cards. Yeah, no, I'm not using Klarna. It was me, and it was because Klarna is trying to get their foot in the door. Something people can take advantage of now before it goes away after they pop off or fall off. Yeah, with that interest rate, if you slip up, it's not worth it. It's not worth it, fam. It's not worth it. And that's the other thing. I've been super irresponsible financially in this hobby. That's got to stop. That has got to stop. Like, that can't be pack mentality. It can't be peer pressure. It is I am the only one responsible for my finances, and I do extremely well for myself at 31 years old. Like, bro, I'm killing it. I'm killing it. And I would be more killing it if I just had a little bit more restraint. But you got to be a little bit crazy to accomplish some of the shit I've accomplished as far as collecting goals. You have to be a little bit crazy. Could I have not bought a lot of other stuff that I bought and it would have allowed me to buy a bunch of other Grail cards? Yes. But I also wouldn't be building my business if I did that. It would just be stuff I'm PC collecting. And that's not going to teach me anything in the long run. I really think it's important that I'm learning how to sell stuff, flip stuff, make my eBay sustainable, and make my eBay help me pay off some of these bigger cards. Like this Umbreon Gold Star I just bought for 20K. Like, if I just bought that and just was going to pay it off week to week, then I really think this would go a lot slower. But because I have so much inventory right now and I'm selling stuff every single day, I feel like it's not that big of a deal to me. I'm like, nope, I'm going to pay this off like I pay everything off, and I'm going to pay it faster because I have inventory and I have my income. And my YouTube's kind of starting to pop off just a little bit. So the ad revenue is going to help a lot. But Infernape is kind of cool. Basically, Pokemon Sun Wukong. Infernape is cool. We like Infernape. We feel good about Infernape. I think I like Chimchar more than Infernape. I'm not. I agree with Joe. You can't control yourself. Don't use Klarna like alcohol or anything else. Joe, the worst fire starter of all time has to be Combuskin. Get out, bro. Combuskin is fire. I will say, it's weird. It's weird from Torchic to Blaziken. Like, Combuskin just, it's not like any of the other middle child evolutions, right? Like they're all good, right? They're all really good. I'm honestly trying to think of a bad mid-level starter. Like Quilava, Bayleaf, like the mid-level starters are pretty good, and I would say Combuskin is kind of weak. You might be right, but it's not the worst. There's no way Combuskin's the worst. No way. Well, not starter, but evolution. I think a lot of us were taken aback when we played Sapphire, Ruby, Emerald, and you got the fire starter, and you were so excited, and you're like, what the fuck is this? It's a chicken. Why do I have a chicken? They've lost all credibility. They've just gone straight down the shitter. That was my thought. As soon as I got Torchic, I was like, Pokemon's done. I'm done with Pokemon. I love Gen 3, and it grew on me a lot, and I always reference it. But, dude, when I first got that Torchic, I was like, what the fuck is this little fucking thing? What am I supposed to do with this guy? And Blaziken is badass. But even Blaziken, like, it takes... That evolution line definitely took some time to grow on you. And look at it now. Torchic is such a beloved character. Also, the history behind, like, the chickens and how, like, it like, Japanese... festivals, they would have these different colored chickens. Like, there's meaning behind Torchic that's really cool, and when you know that history, it makes way more sense, and it's a way cooler Pokemon. But And like Gold Star Torchic. Look at it now, dude. Torchic is one of the monster cards in this hobby. Like, and honestly, there's like no good Torchic cards. There really aren't a whole lot of them. There might be like a Pop Series Torchic that's really good too. But it's so funny, Torchic, a Pokemon that I just did not take seriously as a kid. Now, like if I see anything Torchic, I just think it's dope. Hear me, Fortress, hear me out. Use Klarna to buy a Pokemon card, and then use Klarna again to buy a Visa gift card, and use that to pay off the purchase for the card. Then rinse and repeat, paying the payments. Free money. Michael, I asked in the Discord. Name's Girthy Mike. Do you have a collector profile? No, I do not have a collector profile. And honestly, I think if I had one, it would just make me feel super guilty that I'm not selling any of it. And I'm not furthering my position financially. I'm not furthering my life situation. And the reason for that is one, street cred, right? I want you guys to know that I have the full Gold Star set and I'm not letting go of it. It's not going to another vendor. It stays with me. Sorry. No one's going to make money off those. But the other thing is, I know all these guys that are at the top. They are way crazy wealthy, and they're just going to buy this stuff up as soon as I sell it. I'm not letting them have it. I'm not letting them have it. No, the little guys, and I'm not a little guy, but damn, like compared to them I am. I can't let them get everything, right? Damn. A damn Pokespiffs guy has freaking like multiple PSA 10 Gold Star Grails. Like, and like, yeah, I'm jealous. Yeah, I'm envious. But I'm also like, fuck you guys, I'm not selling my shit because you guys are going to be the first ones to buy it up. No, that is not happening. So some of us got to keep it real and hold the line, right? Because at this point, there's no doubt it's going up in price. There's no doubt because these guys are going to keep pumping all this shit up until they have all of it. These guys, these top collectors, they are really top predators. They are the keystone. No, not the keystone. No, they're just top predators, right? We're all the sheep. We're all the prey, right? They're going to have everything that we all want, and we're going to have to buy it off of them. That's how they're running this game. You guys, like, shit's fucked. Shit's, like, vintage Grail Pokemon is cooked. Whatever we can get our hands on at this point, like, we gotta, like, the shit I was saying earlier this year about, like, buy these cards now, like, when I started to make half-ass content again, I was actually speaking some fucking crazy truth. Buy this shit now because it is going to be gone. The bull run, there's no end in sight for the bull run because there's no end in sight for wealthy motherfuckers. There's no end in sight. They're money machines. They're going to keep buying this stuff up. So, guys, we got to grab whatever grails that we really, really want in our collection for that street cred, for the love of the game. We got to buy this shit up because it's us. It's all of us versus like 10 of them, right? That's what it is right now. That's what it is. But yeah, sorry, I just went off the rails. Collector, I think it's cool. I think it's cool to track your stuff, but like I kind of don't even want to know what all my stuff is worth. I don't even think of myself as a millionaire. I don't think of myself as a millionaire. I am a millionaire. I have over $1 million in assets, over $1 million in basically stuff that's like pretty damn liquid in stock, in property, in Pokemon cards. I'm a millionaire. Collector just, I think, enables me even more to be less humble. And I already have had issues in my lifetime with humility. And so that's something that I have worked on a lot. And I want to remain like humble. Nobody likes a fucking bragger. You can be fucking rich. Nobody wants to hear that shit though. They don't want to hear that shit, right? People want to follow a winner. They don't want to worship a douchebag though. They don't want that person to just sound like an asshole, right? So while I am a millionaire, technically, I look at what I have day to day, and I am broke. I am broke day to day. I'm broke ass day to day. I'm a broke ass Timmy day to day. everything I have goes back into some kind of asset, the collectibles, whatever. I keep just enough, which I live life on the edge, but I keep just enough to pay the bills and the mortgage. That's it. So, like, looking at collector just, I think, enables me even more to be like, oh, I have, this much in collectibles. I don't think that way because I haven't tried to put it all together. Now, I nothing against anybody adding up their collection. It's a cool app. Collectors so that people can see how much they have, right? To see how much they've also a way for people to track it, right? That's important for you to track how much money you've put into this hobby. That's important. But I think where I'm at in my life and as a collector, the time it would take me to upload all my stuff to collector, it's not worth it. I could spend my time playing video games, talking to you guys on a stream, making a video, doing whatever, just being productive. Collector isn't productive for me because I'm not interested in tracking the value of what stuff would sell at. It's fun sometimes to like think roughly, and it would help me track where it's going, but I like to have the kind of broke mindset. I actually like to think of myself as day in, day out. I've got to grind. I've got to make money. It keeps me motivated. The minute I feel comfortable, and this is the problem with building wealth too, is the minute you get comfortable, you could lose it all. There's there are people out there like I mean just what we just saw with Pokey Dean, right? He was probably super comfortable, went on vacation, has all this dope Pokemon stuff. Right when you get comfortable, right? And that's a different thing, right? That's theft, right? Like that's but people slip up when they get complacent, they get comfortable. So again, why is this relevant, Ryan? All he asked you was why do you track your collection on collector? I don't because I don't want to get comfortable. I don't ever want to get comfortable. I want to keep going after cards that I like, trying to make money, and I feel like it would make me lazier. I don't know. I don't know, man. I don't know if that made any sense at all, guys, but um Quilava is a horrible mid evolution. It says Quilladin, but I think you meant Quilava. Torchic, my goat. No Torchic illustration rare. Dude, when they have a Torchic illustration rare, holy shit, that card is gonna make waves. Waves. That's also why I fuck with the Piplup heavy, dude. It's just such a good starter illustration rare. Dude, it would be even more insane. Like that's like you have to understand Pokemon, it can't go anywhere but up. It's just too popular. It's too popular. And there's too many tricks up their sleeves, right? Dude, a Torchic, imagine a Torchic SIR. A Torchic SIR. Dude, they could do anything, man, dude. They've changed the game, dude. They've changed the game, dude. Like, fuck, dude, even promos, man. Even these promos, dude. These promos just like, dude, everything is so insane, dude. Everything is so fucking insane these days. So like Pokemon it can't go anywhere but up. It can't believe I'm saying that. Like it just sounds like such a load of bullshit, but it's not. It can't go anywhere but up. The people that are worried, the people that are like the signs are showing shit's gonna drop. I'll admit, I'll be like, guys, I was wrong. I followed FOMO again. I thought Pokemon was popping off forever. The people that I think are calling this as a peak or as a ceiling, we all want to, all people that want to make money, myself included in some respects, right? There's some hypocrisy and some contradictory things that I will say sprinkled everywhere, right? But I think a lot of people that have been able to sustainably make money in this hobby for a long time can't do that anymore. And it pisses them off that they can't just make money off Pokemon. No, you might have to actually get a job. You might not be able to just do Pokemon forever. And that is it sucks, man. It sucks for the people that have been doing this full time. Like I feel for them. They finally got out of the system. They finally beat the 9 to 5. They finally started vending and doing shows and YouTube, but you cannot get too complacent or too comfortable in life at all, right? Like some real life shit. You can't because people will rob you at a show. They will put a gun to your head at a show and boom, most popular Pokemon vendors like dude, I'm worried for people like Garchomp and Clover Collectibles and like obviously Bulbasaur, High End Heaven, dude, High End Heaven, that kid, dude. If you don't think some of these people are gonna get robbed hard at some point, you're tripping. The gold mine that has been Pokemon and the easiness of everything, it's been way too easy for way too long. And so a lot of people are going to be upset with how bullish it's going to continue moving forward because it's going to only favor the wealthy. Like the stuff that I like is only going to be favored by the wealthy. I tell people that you're going to be able to go for these lower grade cards because it's comforting, right? It is comforting. And there's still those options. And also because I want people to enjoy the stuff that I enjoy. And I don't want to tell them that, like, we're all screwed. But yeah, the whole system, man, it actually would be healthy for the hobby to crash right now. It would be a good thing. It would be a super positive thing if everything in Pokemon just crashed. But the people with the money make the rules. And they're not going to let that happen. They're just not going to let it happen. People who are doing this full time, doing YouTube full time, vending full time, it's going to get tough for all of them. Not only that, YouTube can change the algorithm on a dime. This is like, I would love to do this full time, but it would never be sustainable. I would never be able to get what I want out of this hobby if I just use the hobby to pay for everything for me. And people really need to accept that and they need to hear it. And I need to drop a video talking about it. That please don't make this your full-time one thing. Please don't do that. Because it only takes a couple of really bad experiences to fuck up your whole grind. That can't happen if you are working towards your life in a sustainable way, building wealth in a super sustainable way. Like, and in the same breath, these guys that have been doing this full time and making a crap ton of money, they might have so much money stacked away that nothing could touch them at this point, right? Like these big vendors, nothing can touch them at this point. They've made their money. They're smart. Everything they put out at the shows is shit they can afford to lose. They might be operating at that level, at a level that I can't even comprehend, right? That like none of us can comprehend, right? Like, can you imagine being so well off as a vendor and a reseller that you have like 100 grand stolen from you at a show and it does not stop the grind at all? You're like, I'll make 100 bands back. And that's another thing. Like some of the bigger vendors, like they might be operating at that capacity. I can't imagine it being the case. I think for anybody who's doing this full time as their main gig, anything that goes wrong would really set you off. But sorry, guys. You know how I am. You know how I am. I get going on an idea and it just boop, 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 boop. Torchic has so many good cards. The EX 10 promo is amazing. EX 10 promo, that's a good one. Dio's Fortress, that's what I do. Laugh my ass off. Michael, if you're a little guy, I'm the tiniest guy. For my tiny people. For my tiny Timmies. Let's go. GB Live. I wish the starters illustration rares are doing for 30th anniversary had the Gen 3 starters. There's legit no Torchic illustration rare. Yeah, that'd be sick. Don't let my yawn fool you. I'm motivated to go later in this stream. As late as I can go. I'm motivated. I know I've been straying from the actual chat. Early months general, low IR rate. Millionaire is crazy. Collector for value of cards and sealed collector for seeing what cards. So I would be much more inclined to do collector for my sealed stuff because I actually want to get rid of my sealed stuff at some point. I just want too much for it. But yeah, I that might be a good idea. Might be worth doing collector for just the sealed stuff because I'm thinking of numbers for my sealed stuff that are like a year old at this point. Like the comp I got from that shop for like half of my sealed collection for like 30 grand or something like that, 33 grand. That's probably more like 45, 50. And honestly, sealed has not been the play. It has not been the play. It's safe, but like if you're really here to make money, don't do what's safe. Do what is risky. And yeah, buying sealed is risky too, but it's definitely the safest play. And that the safest play is not going to make you the most money. The riskiest plays are going to make you the most money. Um, Colleen, it was good. Coffee snacks, it was good. Are there any Pokemon cards that you regret not buying? Oh God, God, that's a good one. Skyridge Umbreon, PSA 10. Aquapolis Umbreon, PSA 10. Neo Discovery Umbreon, PSA 10. All of the Neo Gen cards, PSA 10s. These binders down here, these behind this one, these stacked up binders. If I could go back, I wouldn't have done any modern master sets. I wouldn't do any vintage master sets. Fuck all that. Like, yeah, the binders look cool. I never look at them anymore. I look at my slabs. If I could go back, I would have done so much stuff differently. And my money would have stretched so much further. And I mean, we all would have been buying crystals and gold stars and shinings. But if you take that knowledge that I have now completely away, if I could go back, I would seriously, like, even without all the stuff that I have, like my foundational grail stuff that I just thought would going to be a really smart investment, you take all that out, I could have literally just gone after one card at a time of cards that I love of each set in PSA 10s. I would have been so fucking happy with my collection today. Biggest regret I have is not collecting what I love. Biggest regret I have. I collected for completion. I collected for sets. I collected for hype. I collected for just to have a million Charizards, right? Y'all remember when I had a ton of raw Charizard cards? I was so stupid, but it was also like that kind of was a play in itself too. But I value diversity and I value having a bunch of different Pokemon. I would much rather have a bunch of different Pokemon than have my crystals, shinings, gold stars. Like, dude, fuck all that. Fuck all that. It's all of its hype. Like, yeah, I went crazy over Crystal Charizard. That thing's sick. Crystal Lugia is sick. Crystal Nidoking is sick. Did I need all the other crystals? Absolutely not. Why did I do that? It was a completion thing. Did I need all the gold stars? No. All I needed was Pikachu, Gold Star Pikachu, Gold Star Gyarados, Gold Star Mewtwo, Gold Star Rayquaza, maybe Latios and Latios, Gold Star Alakazam, Gold Star Torchic, Gold Star Mudkip. We'll throw Trico in there. At this point, it sounds like I'm saying all the gold stars, but like I really only value a couple cards out of every set, and I just wish I would have gone after those cards. I didn't make any money when we first opened the bar. I made 30 grand a year. I didn't make jack shit. I didn't make any money in tips. I was maxing out my credit cards to buy the gold stars in the early days. I was really just spending every dime I had until we started saving for this house. Honestly, one of the best things that we did was having to save for this house was Diana telling me, like, I can't live in our house anymore. You need to figure out how you're going to get us into a bigger house because we can't live here anymore. Like, there's gunshots. We live near the ghetto. Like, there's like the house is janky, right? Our house was janky. Our old house was janky. I loved it. But like she kind of put that pressure on me that like you've been buying all this crazy shit for yourself. It's time to do what's right for our family. And so that forced me to really save away in a way that I'd never done. But holy shit, dude, I've talked about this. My resentment for this house. If I had put all the money that I was stacking away for the whole year that I was saving for this house, and I still bought grails here and there, barely was able to make those happen by selling off other stuff, and having a ton of credit card debt while stacking in the bank so that we could get the loan for this new house. $172 or $178,000 is what it took to close on this house. Cash. With $178,000 in the last year before we moved here, I could have gotten every single Grail card I wanted outside of like the tops, like Lugia Neogen PSA 10 or Charizard First Edition base set PSA 10. I could have bought every single PSA 9 Grail and every single PSA 10 reasonably, if it was at the time it was a lot more affordable, right? Like, but it's cool because I still want these cards no matter what. So I've literally, like, my whole attitude is literally just make more money. I'm gonna have to work harder at the bar. Later nights, we're thinking about staying open later. I'm gonna have to really, really charm my customers at the bar and get them to really tip me out well. Like, I'm gonna do everything in my power to just make more money, right? Because I don't see any other way to compete in this hobby with the greats. But yeah, sorry. Again, went off on a rail. Coffee snacks. That was an amazing question. Thank you for bringing such an awesome question into the stream. I don't know if it was helpful, right? But what I want you guys to know is don't follow anything anybody's doing. If you like a card, no one's looking at it. It's undervalued even. It seems like it's cheap for a PSA 10 Grail card that's vintage, right? Or modern, whatever. Whatever your shtick is. Just buy it. Just buy it. Get it as soon as possible. You know, reasonably. Look at the comps, but buy the cards you want the most. Don't try and like complete too many cards or just doing too much. Just I wish I did less, right? Less is more, right? And having a smaller collection is more, right? Now, all of my craziness is why we have this awesome display, which isn't even a flex display. It's really an awesome, just nostalgic drip display. But all my crazy days, you know, back when I didn't really know what to go for, I kind of regret theme decks a little bit. I love my theme deck collection. And to be fair, I really could not afford the nicest cards in the hobby. I could afford theme decks. So, you know, my first year into collecting, I don't regret doing this. I don't regret my theme deck journey. I don't regret that because that was pretty reasonable at that time. And it moved up very slowly in price, which gave me time to complete it. But the years following where I was doing modern sets and going to card shops and buying out all their modern stuff for my master sets and just like selling cards for nickels and dimes. I just wish I would have focused on not supporting all these other businesses and just buying the single cards I wanted most. So, hope that was helpful. Pokemon collector pretending to be entrepreneur. Yeah, no, that's me. That's definitely me. I wish I could be the businessman that everybody needs here, but I really just buying cards I like, and they happen to go up a ton in price. And it's not unique because everything has gone up in price. It's kind of hard to pick stuff in Pokemon that doesn't go up in value. Doctor, is there no security it shows? Not enough? Bro, they don't even take Pokemon seriously at these shows. In Charlotte, dude, when we had a convention in Charlotte, dude, if you had an SUV and you rolled some windows down with an AK-47, bro, you could have robbed everybody on the side of the sidewalk. I mean, everybody would have dipped. Everyone would have screamed and started running. But, like, you guys saw the footage in New York about the gangbangers that busted into that store and put guns in people's face and just had them stay put there. Like, dude, this Pokemon all this is getting to the crime organizations and dare I say, like, cartel, mafia, like, whatever, and gangs. And, dude, I think, dude, we're going to see some sketchy, dark shit happen at some of these shows. And every year I take my nice cards. Every year. This year I did not take them because I started to feel that a little bit. I was like, these cards have gone up too much. It's too big of a risk for me to take it. But even this upcoming year, damn straight, as much as I love some of my cards, I want to take them, I want to show them to people at the shows, It's not worth it. It's not worth it. And Charlotte is not the safest city. There's like Charlotte's actually a couple years ago was one of the most dangerous cities in the U.S. It was like in the top 20 like most dangerous cities in the U.S., which is like wild because it's a banking city. It's, I guess, perfect for robbing rich guys. Um, Joe, that's with everything though, not just Pokemon. The world in general always going to bring money in at a higher rate to the people who already have money. Yeah. Yeah, it's not just Pokemon. It is the hierarchy, the system that we've been put in. We go into school to sit in a chair, raise our hand, memorize shit, and they're getting us ready for this life of just servitude. It's what it is. I've never liked it. I never liked school. I never did great in school. I was a B average student, but I got my degrees. I went to college. I did the whole thing. Didn't learn jack shit. Did not learn jack shit. They don't teach us how to sell. They don't teach us skills. They don't teach us how to make money or how to invest. They're starting to do that now because we're more woke as a society than we used to be. But it's like, dude, my kids are better off me bringing them into the world like, son, these are Pokemon cards. You buy, sell, and collect these. And they will always be a good store of value, right? That's almost more helpful than what they teach you in school. So a lot of my stuff I learned kind of on my own the hard way that you have to see this world for what it is, not what we want it to be, because it's just not that. Fortune doesn't favor people that are good to other people. It doesn't favor people that just work hard and expect something nice is going to happen. It's hard knocks, and the wealthy, while, they already have the cheat code of having, the privilege and the wealth handed down to them, which I have some of that too. Um, it's what you do with it. And a lot of us have never had that kind of money, so we don't even know what we would do. Like, I think about that sometimes. Do you guys ever think, like, if I had $1 million, would I even, like, $1 million liquid, would I even know what to do with it? Not really. Like, I like being in the state financially of constantly feeling like I have to grind to pay bills and make money because I don't know, it's what I'm comfortable with. I would be so like low key so uncomfortable with that kind of money and like trying to figure out where to go from there. That's 99% of people. Then there's the 1% that knows exactly how to deploy that money. Generations of preparation. Yeah, we're cooked. Our society's cooked. I don't know how this generation's gonna buy houses. I don't know how this generation's gonna afford housing in general, like rent. I don't know how this generation is going to survive, honestly. And I think not even really just Pokemon, but a massive recession. And I've been saying that. It feels right lately. It feels right. But then life goes on, the world moves on, and it's like nothing changes. And we're just like, I guess this is okay. It's like unless there's World War III or the stock market really like the stock market's a big one, right? It's traditional, it's boomer at this point. Like our generation really could give two fucks about the stock market, honestly. Like there's day trading and there's the guys that do the crypto, but for the most part, we have our own way of making money, right? Pokemon is a big part of that. Collectibles, right? Just tangible things, right? Content, right? Influencers, right? We have our way of making money now. Um, but yeah, if something like the stock market just completely just erased so much wealth overnight, dude, Pokemon. I mean, yeah, you have your rich people that would be able to hold on to all their stuff in Pokemon, but for the most part, the entire Pokemon market would just like it would get crushed. Like mainly modern stuff. I've said this so many times, mainly modern stuff, but vintage, it's not entirely immune to that either, but yeah, dude, dude, it's complicated. It's what it is. It's complicated. Um Are you Jewish? And that's and yes, I am Jewish. I'm a terrible Jew. I never had a proper bar mitzvah. I didn't believe in having to study so much for this thing, even though my parents were like, "You'll get a bunch of money if you have a bar mitzvah," and I was like, Nah, that's not me though. That's not me. Like, I believe in God, I believe in the universe, I believe that things happen how they're supposed to happen, and you can manifest things, and you are where you are in life. Um you deserve to be where you are in life. I don't know if that makes any fucking sense, but like sometimes I feel like I don't deserve to be where I'm at in life, and it's like, brother, like if you believe in anything, like you got to believe that you earned this life that you're in right now. You put in the work, man. You put in those late nights at the bar. You put up dealing with stupid drunk people all the time at the bar. You deal with, like, even tonight. I told a lady tonight. I was like, I've only been doing this for 5 years, but I cannot serve you another drink, right? These interactions, right? They took a toll on me, and like it's like sometimes I forget how much shit I've had to wade through to get to this point in my life. But like when you finally get to a comfortable point in life, like it's kind of hard to just tell yourself like you earned this, you deserve this. Um, where am I going with this? Running a business is super important. Systems that you put in place is super important, especially with Pokemon. Whether it's YouTube or eBay, having a system in place that generates you some kind of income, some kind of wealth on the side so that you're not working for everything till you die is extremely important. One thing that's amazing about having a business is it's not just you and your workers, your employees. You are changing people's lives, and that's one thing that's amazing about having a business and having wealth that you can actually spread a little bit to. The people that are in your circle, your allies, right? Your ride or dies, you watch their life improve too. Not because they're nice, but because you have them working in your system and going to war with you, right? The girls that bartend at my bar for me and my family, they go to war for us, right? So we take good care of them, right? There's this one girl, she lost her job. She does like mortgage loans. She lost her job. We're putting her on like 4 days a week. We used to put her on 1 day a week. We're putting her on 4 days a week. We don't even need her. We're putting her on just to help her out, right? Having a business not just helps you, but it does let you start to actually change other people's lives. Before you can do that, though, and help other people, you have to help yourself. You have to be selfish. You have to go to war for yourself. And that's how I've seen the world for a long time. And I don't know how I can spread the wealth in this space. I don't know how I can help you guys out sometime down the road, but you guys have to get something back out of this relationship, out of this interaction, out of this community. And maybe it's networking, maybe it's hanging out with the boys, maybe it's listening to me vent. You get some piece of life information out of it. But I fully intend to, at some point, all the people that have been in my corner, that have been my allies per se, at some point, if I can give back in any way possible, right? And don't you fucking dare say a giveaway, because that is not, one person wins and everybody else loses. And it still just serves me. If I can help out in some way though, that helps you guys out down the road, that is the ultimate win. That is the ultimate win. So, like, you guys have been rooting for me and supporting my channel, and like sometimes I'm like, what are you gonna do to make up for all this? Like, and so some of those openings that we did for the base set booster packs, that was a part of kind of giving back. And Austin, one of our OGs, our mod, and like one of the head people pushing me to open stuff. That maybe that's how I give back. Maybe that's how I give back, is doing awesome box breaks. I don't feel like I'm at a point where I can afford to do that for you guys yet, but no bullshit. I'm gonna get to a point with this channel where it generates enough ad revenue where I can just start opening shit and it doesn't matter because I already have a full-time job. I just want to see the channel blow up on its own organically, and maybe just having fun will be entertaining enough for you guys. But I will make it up to you guys. We will grow this channel together, and one day we'll be like, damn, we did it. You know what I'm saying? but probably getting ahead of myself a little bit. Billy, hey brother. Auctions ending in 3 days are some of the craziest grails you will see. Erica's Venusaur over 6K. Would you consider picking up any of the grails ZNG ending soon? Billy, my boy. Billy, you've been amazing. You've been amazing as a brother to me and like pushing me to buy some of these grail cards. And if it weren't for you, I wouldn't own some of them. I have no way of buying these auctions that are ending. Dude, guys, there are seriously, check out some of James over at Z&G Emporium. Dude, they have some insane cards ending. Insane cards ending, right? That Billy, you sent me the Blaine's Arcanine, insane card. Misty's Golduck, insane card. We got so many crazy cards going up for auction this week. I'm sure there's a First Ed Dark Charizard. Gym Heroes and Gym Challenge is what's up, though. Gym Heroes, Gym Challenge is still, like, if I can give it actually a good piece of advice, buy them. Buy Gym Heroes, buy Gym Challenge. Even the PSA 9s, I don't give a shit how less rare they are. PSA 9s are beautiful. Fraction of the cost, same grail. Same exact grail. Guys, don't, of all the things I say, don't miss out on the gym sets. Don't do that. They're so good. And I've always been a huge fan, and Billy actually reignited my appreciation for those cards. I've always loved the gym sets. It's probably my favorite sets. Honestly, if I'm going to be real, the gym sets are probably my favorite sets. I love how it features the trainer at the bottom. I love how it's all OG characters. I love how all the emphasis is still on the Pokemon card. And like Japanese, English, PSA 10, PSA 9, raw, doesn't fucking matter, dude. The gym sets are dope, but you got to go after those first editions while they're still affordable right now. Michael, why do they hate Gen 2? A Gen 2 151 style would get... Dude, I'm right there with you, dude. A Johto 151 would be sick. Fletcher, they got to stretch out the good concept sets over time. Too much power when you just have 151. It's true. And they are good at that. Pokemon's been great at spreading stuff out. I could have bought a PSA 10 Umbreon for 16K. Twice. The Gold Star. Biggest regret. Yeah, I just want to say one thing real quick. A news flash for Gabriel IBFP. What is your name? What is even that picture? Are those like is that vegetables? What are you, bro? Like get the fuck out of here. Get the fuck out of here. Nope, you gone, bro. You mad gone. Pookie Gator. Now about that gold trio from Ancient Origin. Ancient Origin's sick too. Ancient Origin's sick. Those gold borders, it never gets old. Bro. Damn, my hand is like actually, holy crap, dude. My hand is like actually like crazy cramped up from holding the phone. Holy crap. But dude, gold borders, anything gold borders. I am so cooked on this card, by the way. I bought this for too much. Like, I got a good deal on it, like right at market pretty much. Still too much. This is why the vendors, they're always doing the 60, 70% market. You can't. It's not sustainable to go higher than that or pay someone market for stuff. Dude, there's like freaking 12 of those in PSA 10. I'm like, damn, dude, there's so many of these in PSA 10. I still love the card. I still think it's amazing, but damn, it's way less rare than I figured. Like, dude, and the gold borders, bro. The gold borders got me, bro. Michael, don't hate on my boy, Crystal Kingdra. I'm sorry, dude. I can't do it. Crystal Kingdra is mid to me. I can't do it. Strawberry, what's your net worth? Babillions. Skate Posse, my e-reader reverse 7, 8, 9s are popping off. You go, daddy. You go. Strawberry, can you give me one of your card? No point in beating yourself up over hindsight. What happened happened. And that's the truth. That's really the truth. Kevin, not taking any chances. I had to get a storage unit for my ends. PPO. Dude, let's go. Let's go. Dude. Yo, dub for the ends PP up collection. Dude, best chat comment I've seen in here just for the chuckle. Not taking any chances. I had to get a storage unit for my ends PP up collection. Bro. That was beautiful. I love that. I love that. Dino Lover, Vowed, Galang, Butatik, Butakakikia. Yo, I just butchered that. I'm sorry. I didn't mean it. Galang Batwakik. Yo, I think I killed that. Galang Batwakik. Yeah, I killed that. Try to show the Charizard card. That's too vague. You need to tell me what Charizard you want. Brandon Preach, lead by example, keep it simple. I don't even know what that was referring to. I'm sorry, guys. I fucked up. I forgot to read this chat for way too long. I'm really sorry, guys. My ADD. I probably need Adderall. I used to have it in school. I probably need that to actually like. Hey, bro, bought your Shadowless Zam a while ago. Cracked it. Now it's sitting in my binder. Please, place your signed Charmander right behind it. Much love. Yo, I appreciate that, John. Seriously appreciate that. Shadowless Alakazam. Was it a first edition? Was it a first edition Alakazam? I'm trying to think. I did have some Shadowless ones for a while. That's another thing. Dude, in the beginning, I was all over the place with what I collected. Also, dude, if you guys ever buy anything off of me on eBay, I love signing cards and doing little doodles on them. I get so much enjoyment out of it. So I love doing that stuff. If you guys ever want signed stuff or little doodles, please just ask. Snarky. Sabrina's Alakazam is my favorite. Dude, the Sabrina's Alakazam. Dude, Billy has the best combo. So I think it's the Witch's Brew or it was a show exclusive passion fruit graded guard. It's like purple and yellow. It goes perfect with the Sabrina's Alakazam. It looks so freaking good, y'all. Looks so good. Yeah, dude, the Sabrina's Alakazam is sick. I'm Japanese. Well, thank God we got some culture in here. Martin, one of my regrets, selling my PSA 10 Mewtwo Gold Star last Christmas for $6,500. Oh. I literally like I cringe when I see those stories. Like it just makes the hair stand up on my back. Like how do you rationalize letting go of a 20-plus-year-old card that's a gem mint example? I mean, you must have got a decent payout. It must have been for $6,500. I didn't even see that part. I just saw that you sold it. You sold it. Now it's worth $50K. $6,500. I mean, if you bought other good cards with that money though, then you got it all back. Problem is, some of those cards are just they're impossible to replace. Dude, yeah, this is crazy from 2024. Like simply from 2024 to 2025. The price is just exploded. John Scott, you're a real one, Orion. I appreciate that. I haven't been real enough, and we're working on that. We're gonna keep it. We're gonna keep it 1,000, not 100, 1,000. Fletcher, dang Martin, damn! Everybody in here is hurting for you, Martin. Everybody in here is hurting for you. Edwan Vanderness. That's badass. Edwan Vanderness. I like that. Did you descend from the Vanderbilts? What's your eBay store name, brother? Orion's the man. I know how vain. How vain do you need to be? So Orion's the man. And it should be linked. It should be linked below, honestly, or it's linked in my bio. You gonna find me on eBay eventually. I'm gonna be selling a little bit of everything one day. I only have like 530 active listings right now. I need to get those numbers. We need to pump those numbers way up. I need to get like 5,000 listings. I need 5,000 listings. You need thousands of listings to really get the exposure on eBay that makes eBay so worthwhile. And I need to get to like 30K sales. I'm sitting at like 1,800, 1,900 soon sales. Bro, and I really hustled, bro. I really did, but I need to and I would drop all my prices, but honestly, it would take so long to individually drop each price. So it's just easier to wait. All right, John. Yes, it was first edition PSA 5. Dude, my PSA 5s. Dude, I remember those days, dude. First edition PSA 5s. Yeah, that's when I collected what I could afford and what I liked, and I didn't really give a shit about the grade. And honestly, I can say that I would have collected PSA 10s, PSA 9s, but at the time, I just did not make that kind of money, so it just isn't realistic or fair to beat myself up over that. But dude, I'm glad. I'm glad that one of my cards is with somebody that supports the channel and has like a piece of what was my personal collecting history. Because the PSA 5 first edition ZAM, that was like way before I had like any sales on eBay, really. Like I was really just getting started with that stuff, and I was really just selling my personal collection items. You don't need Addy, bro. Cuban coffee will solve all your problems. Dude, so I get that people grind on coffee. I crash on coffee. And like I used to do these streams. I used to like bring home like a Red Bull from the bar and I would do these streams and or I would drink Diet Coke. I would tell you guys I was on like a Diet Coke bender. And it just ruined me, man. It ruined my sleep cycle. Even tonight, I didn't have my whiskey tonight. I almost always have whiskey tonight with like a little bit of Coke, or a little bit of soda water and some bitters. Didn't even do that. We're on H2O, man. I'm like, I need to be running at 1,000% moving forward. Like my thyroid's in check. I've got I don't know about you guys. Yo, we should talk about this. I don't know if you guys have healthcare through like your jobs or personally, but yo, I dropped my healthcare. I completely dropped my healthcare, which is concerning because I rely on thyroid medicine, and it's why I can even run at the capacity I'm running at. If my thyroid goes out of whack, dude, everything is brain fog to me. So you know that's one thing is like I'm not like most people. I need my thyroid, and I need to be careful with stuff like caffeine and things that amp me up. I need to just be super, super baseline, which is funny because people at the bar are always trying to buy me drinks and shit. It just sucks. I'm always like, nah, bro, I just can't. I just can't. I know me. And that's what makes me good at running the bars. I'm not like a raging alcoholic. Um, I don't even really drink at all. Um, yeah, I wish I was a coffee person though. I really do. Um, It's because I had a PSA 9 copy already and I didn't want two of them. Yeah, and honestly, you were probably looking at that 10 like, mm, they're like such minor differences, and I'm getting so much money on this 10 that it pays for my 9. So, dude, you did well. And the 9 still went up a ton. And honestly, most 10s we all know are not really true 10s. It's someone said it good. They have not been in our Discord for a minute. I think they were pissed off at how supportive everyone was of me doing stupid shit. But there's this guy, Danimals, and he was the voice of reason in the Discord. He would tell it how it is, and I fucking respect it. He'd be like, Orion, this is fucking stupid, basically. Like, you're being a dumbass, like, basically. Like, this card is not worth that. Like, are you going to love this when your card gets cut in half when the market corrects? He would say shit like that, and honestly, I love it. I love that we had a voice of reason. I don't know where he went. We have not seen him pop in here for a minute. But he was one of the guys that was like, dude, basically like people just want 10s for the vanity, right? And I love saying that now. I've been recycling him saying that. Um, what do you think about the 151 Alakazam? Undervalued? I'm not gonna say it's undervalued. What I am gonna say is the 151 Alakazam is fucking badass. I don't have the 151 Alakazam. I still don't have it. Fuck, what's that one at? 300 now? 350? It was $200, dude. There's so many of them. wasn't rare at all. I bet you that card's probably like 300 now. Just based off of like just going off the top of my head, off of where the market's at. I love that card. Definitely a buy. Definitely a dub. Um, Estee the Lord. Don't cry, bro. It's okay. I'm gonna take that as not a troll. I'm gonna take that as you're just in here supportive. Um, I'll cry if I want to cry. Mr. Who, cool. What all do you collect? I collect Pokemon, Yu-Gi-Oh, and some One Piece. I have some old Yu-Gi-Oh from my childhood. I love Yu-Gi-Oh. Yu-Gi-Oh is my next frontier. I want to be a big voice in the Yu-Gi-Oh space, even though I know a lot of people don't care about it. I believe in it. I think Yu-Gi-Oh could come back in a big way, but it's not about that. It's about owning the cards I never had as a kid and the street cred, the Yu-Gi-Oh street cred. I want that street cred. Also, I feel like a lot of Kachillionaires are just don't care about Yu-Gi-Oh. They're more focused on Pokemon for sure. So Yu-Gi-Oh, I feel like isn't as tainted, but there's definitely high rollers in the Yu-Gi-Oh space too. I mainly collect Pokemon though. I have some One Piece cards, just a couple. Um, I want to get into Dragon Ball Z. Enrique shows some heat. Because you know what? Because everyone is like worried about showing their stuff and all that jazz. Um, for the sake of trying to keep it real still. For the sake of trying to keep it real. We will show some heat. I haven't talked about this guy in a minute, but we're going to go ahead and take a look at this beauty right here. Cannot even believe I'm holding this card right now. We're going to take a look at this beauty right here. Some lighting. Oh, I have to actually open up the screen protector, the lens protector. Dude, I remember I got this. I traded all my WotC hollows at the show for this card. And I was so fucking ecstatic, y'all. We went home with the BGS 9 Rayquaza with the good subgrades. I was right about that 300 on the Alakazam, too. Damn, I'm good. And we went home with a PSA 8 Charizard. That Charizard pissed me the fuck off. It was the worst PSA 8 I'd ever seen, and I instantly regretted doing the massive trade. Aside from the value being really good, it was the worst PSA 8 I've ever seen. And the guy that I sold it to instantly got rid of it as well. And that guy ended up collecting the most expensive Charizards. Like he right after that card, he ended up getting a 10 Crystal Zard instead, and then he got a first edition Zard, and then he got a Ferrari. Like dude went off. He went crazy on buying cards. But I felt so bad. I felt so bad. And he is still a big supporter of this channel, which like makes me feel even worse cuz like bro, sometimes I hate selling graded cards that I'm like, dude, this doesn't even fucking deserve to be this grade. So I'm glad he got a bunch of the cards he liked, and we both got rid of that 8. But yeah, dude, I had instant regret. I had so much sentimental value with all the WotC hollows I traded. Anyways, with everybody basically saying like they're gonna be locking up all their collectibles, I don't know what I'm gonna do. I don't know what I'm gonna do. I feel like I'm never going to get robbed, but I also am very, very aware and conscientious of the fact that that possibility is not completely far-fetched with how valuable these pieces of plastic and paper are. It's not too crazy. But it's going to be really hard for me not to just showcase these cards. It's what I worked my fucking ass off for. If I can't show them, like, it's just like a stock. I'm not really enjoying it. I have ownership, but I'm not really enjoying it. This is me enjoying it, right? And you guys getting to enjoy it, right? Because not many people probably doing streams showing cards like this, right? People posting on Instagram cards like this, but not many people doing streams showing cards like this. Man, this thing is so clean too. Old cert, dude, 2.9 cert. This was almost my first ever 3 cert. Don't you think it's odd that like no one has 3 certs? They're like super rare. Look how clean this is. Look at this 10. It's so freaking clean. Everyone I've ever showed this card to has been like, God damn, that shit is clean. That shit is so clean. Yeah, I haven't given a lot of love to this one. There's been a lot of new stuff that's come in, and I kind of forgot about it. But man, it is amazing to hold this card. Absolutely incredible. And thank you guys for just being there to see it all and be a part of my collecting journey. And listen to all my bullshit and all my ranting and all everything. That's it though. We're not gonna get too crazy with that stuff. That's not the goal. Yeah. Well, I think Pokey whatever is kind of like the channel is kind of like a place where you can show whatever. And like the channel that show your favorite cards, right? Like, dude, I don't care where people post in the Discord. I just want our Discord to be organically growing and people to network and people to make deals with each other. If that's how people that support me get paid back, right? If they make some good deals and get some awesome stuff going and like we all hold each other accountable, that's a huge win in my book. Huge win. Never sell it. Beautiful. I try not to. Try not to. But yeah, guys, I have 4% battery on my phone. I would be 100% down to go later, but the reality is usually these streams go for about an hour and a half, 2 hours max, and then I call it a night. One thing I do want to be better with, I intend to, I won't promise it, but I will intend to. For a while, we were doing streams back to back to back every night. Now, I was taking a lot of caffeine on those nights. I can do this without the caffeine. So I get home, I spend some time with my wife, you know, you know, we watch our show, we whatever. She goes to bed, then I do a late night stream. I am not going to be able to grow my channel as quickly as I need to. Like I need to catch up basically unless I do more streams. The streams always pull in subs. The streams always connect people. The streams are always more community driven, more inclusive, and more real. And so I have to step my game up and do more streams. It's always worth it. So I don't know what days would be good, but if you guys just want to drop your opinions on what days we should do, I kind of feel like Monday night after karaoke would be a good time to do a stream, mainly because it's the beginning of the week. Everybody's miserable, and it's just something to look forward to on Mondays. But I want them to be set. Just like Wednesdays, I want people to actually know that we are going to do it for sure. And if I know that people are expecting it and holding me accountable, it'll be more likely that I'm actually going to follow through with it versus just saying I'm going to do it. So I'm thinking Monday. I'm thinking we stick with Wednesdays. And while I work most Fridays, Saturdays go later for sure. I can't do a Saturday night stream, but we could do a Friday night stream. And Sunday is my day off, and that's with my family, and I'm not sacrificing that for nothing. So I'm not doing streams on Sunday. That is for sure. I have to set a hard boundary on that. But I think the weekdays, Monday, Wednesday, Friday, that could work. Saturday. See, we want Saturday. Late night, always good. And that's the thing. I get off late, and then there's the people that live on the West Coast that it's not as late for them. And you look like a retro love star. Dude, I'll take it. I'll take it. I'll take it. It's probably a compliment. If it's not a compliment, fuck you. Monday, Wednesday, Friday. Do we feel good about this? I feel like it was a compliment, though. I feel like Joker meant well by that. feel like he meant well by that. I take it back. I take it back. Fuck you is harsh. It's harsh. We used to have guests. We used to have dual live streams. The problem is people's schedules on being able to come on and how long they can do a stream. I can do a stream for hours, right? I can't force someone else to do a stream for hours, right? I can't force them to even do a stream for an hour. They might only be comfortable doing a stream for 20 minutes. That's the problem with that. If I do my streams, I don't know what's going to happen. I don't know how late we're going to go or what we're going to talk about. But that's no, straight up like having guests, just having not even like special like other creators, like just having my friends. Like when we first started doing these streams, I would just have a couple people that enjoyed the channel. They would come on and do the streams. Some of those people have become my best friends, like in this space. I can't stress enough how important it is for me to do streams with multiple people. I just don't know if the time is going to permit. And then like you're trying to schedule and work around other people's schedule, and like it's hard enough to just jump on a stream, let alone schedule it. But we it's inevitable. We gotta have other people pop on eventually. But all right, guys, I'm gonna call it a night. It's about that time. So I'm thinking Monday, Wednesday, Friday. Now, Doctor is saying Saturday. Doctor has been extremely helpful and inspiring. And if he thinks Saturday is a good time and we can make it happen, we should step it up and try and do Monday, Wednesday, Friday, and Saturday streams. It's very, very ambitious. It's very ambitious. But if I can cut the videos to be a little shorter, like 15 minutes tops during the day, get it edited, get it up, spend maybe 45 minutes total. If I can do that, doing a stream on top is not too much. It's not too much. 4 days is ambitious for sure, on top of the regular videos. A Discord group call. A Discord group call. That would be kind of interesting. That would be interesting. Yeah, these ideas, we have to get this stuff flowing, guys. We gotta, like, as a community, figure out how can we do better? How can we make it more inclusive, more fun? How can we make it better? Because when you include other people, it definitely creates a whole different dynamic, and it is way more fun. Like, I enjoyed the hell out of having people on the streams. So yeah, definitely need to work on that and figure out a way around it. And honestly, it might be for the better. Like, instead of doing 2 hours of me venting, ranting, whatever, showing cards, we cap it. We cap it at 45 minutes, an hour, something super doable for people. And we do shorter streams, but we do collabs. So, all right, guys. Talk on the Discord. My phone's gonna die, but I'm gonna go charge it. Fuck around, stay up late, and then I'll see you guys in the Discord. Appreciate you, everybody. Peace. We gonna get it this year. We gonna get it.